Alright, we got season 2, episode number 2 of Frieren Beyond Journey's End. I got home from work, began to edit my Frieren reaction, and you should have seen my face when I realized I never recorded my intro. I just sat down, watched it, did my breakdown, and that was it. I never even did... What? Anyways, last episode, Frieren returned, and Stark, Fern, and Frieren, of course, solidified their bonds a little further as a party. It was a beautiful episode as per usual, and I'm sure that this episode will be too. So without further ado, let's run the intro and hop right into this. Man, someone pointed out to me that in that part where it's cutting back and forth, Himmel's always looking back at Frieren in every shot until he's not. And I just felt like I needed to share that. That ruined my day. Bro, that song is a banger. Nice. Bro, the hand was there before he even finished talking. But the title is the hero of the cell. So it's probably not gonna be Himmel. Yep. Buddy from the intro. This unguard looking dude. Nah, he's probably a demon. Oh my god. The Demon King and his 7 sages. Yeah. Figures. Right. Aura. Well, I don't know if they would count Aura as a fetus since she... Yeah, since she ran. Oh! Oh, this guy was him. 1,000 years, so he can see now. Or if he died, I guess. Is he alive? Well, he would have been able to see this anyways, because that happened 80 years ago. That's insane, bro. So they did end each other. That's insane, bro. Nah, let me meet this guy. They did JJK jumping and it did nothing to him. Wow. Could you imagine you guys just go to a cave and he's just boxing out this demon? Oh man. That's actually whack. How? He got jumped in one, pretty much. Oh, y'all met. He has to have future sight too. How else would you beat someone who could see 1,000 years into the future? He just counter you. Unless you're him, I guess. He might just be him. Oh, never mind. He does. He knows. Yeah, she's a hermit. I wonder what granted him that. As in an old type of magic, or maybe the goddess's blessing? That just seems supremely OP. Maybe he was just naturally born with it. That was a young her fighting one. So Frieren fought a Sage of Destruction before her journey and all that in the past, and either lost and ran away or somehow put off the upset. Yo, he looks fucking cool. He looks like all the Minecraft skins. Holy crap, they look, he got aura, but so does this guy. Dual blade. But still you try. Interesting. Wow, he told her about Himmel. I was gonna ask if he would have said anything. Wow. Straight up told her she'd win then. Oh, I'm out here cheesing. But you would think Schlatt would know he can see the future. He's trying to hide it, but
その青年に出会ったら伝えてくれ。
No, no, tell me.
道は必ずこの
I'll
私
carve
に
a
切り
path
開
for
く。
you. This whole dude was tough.
人類最強であるこの南の勇者が、たとえ私の偉業が歴史の影に。
Nah, plenty of people remember you, bro. Probably the further you go north, the more they remember him. Kind of like with Himmel as well. Just because the majority of their exploits would be over here rather than in the south, where it was mainly humans fighting humans rather than demons. Big facts. Damn, those geese are nice. What I was saying was you would think Schlatt would know, because if you can see the future, especially that far ahead, you would essentially try to change it. And the way the hero of the South mentioned it, I try to change. Like, if you came with me, nothing would change. You would think every time they'd come to an action that might change the course of history, they would take it, and then they would see the future and still see it didn't change. That has to be because the other person can see the future. Unless it's faded, I guess. What were those carrots Dookie stayed? That guy was absolutely tough, though. That's whack. Oh, she's trying to avoid staying in this city. She remembers something in the city. They found her. I love when this shit happens. I'm out. I highly doubt that. It's probably problematic. Stark. Great grandfather.
話が早くて助かりますな。家宝の宝剣が魔族に盗まれてしまいましてね。
Again? Wow. Well, I'm assuming she went out and did this with Himmel, no?
任せましたぞ。
So it went great grandfather, grandfather, father within 80 years? Dang. What if I just leave? Then what? You're telling me y'all just had to search the woods last time? That demon thought he was him, bro. Something that only they can see and with their brains. Your efforts too, though. Don't just say it was only Himmel's. Bro, literally WWHZ, bro. What would Himmel do? Always ask yourself, what would Himmel... Ew. Look at how afraid they are. I casually stopped that poor snake. Blood-stained apples, man. Yeah, I got raised, dude. What if the crow's watching you? Prepare to fight. That is a fucking demon, bro. I can tell by the way she's looking at me. Yeah. The way you're the sword demon, aren't you? Or you help them. One of the two. Bro, Frieren. And Frieren is the slayer. If this is a demon... Will you offer a prayer? And Frieren ups the blick? I love her, bro. Yep. She came here to eat the corpses after. Wow. And there's the sword. Did you really, though? Right, did you really, though? I mean, listen, you can use the same argument for y'all. As in, you can just subsist on being a vegan, but you still eat hamburger steak and shit. Whoa! You know, like, I could be vegan, but I love burgers. What can I say? Nice! Stark! What's up? I feel like he's been locking in lately. Bro, that's like when the cat is just, or the baby gif of it turning to ash. It just got so bright. Nice. Dude, they have no scratches on them. They're not sweating. They're nothing. That demon thought he was him. Absolutely. Bro, Himmel, if Himmel was born in our time, he loved RPGs. He'd be the 100%er kind of guy like me, for sure. Side quests, he loves challenging quests, he loves exploring every nook and cranny. She didn't want you to give a false prayer to a demon. Oh, she didn't want to get ambushed and attacked. That is crazy! Bro, I even have to watch how I pray up here? That's... This music is so good. I guess the whole difference with the demon thing is demons are very intelligent and so are human beings, so we can conversate. So it's a little different, but natural predators. That also means we have the right to take them out though. So if you let them steal the sword, they feel immediately compelled to go out and just take people out. That's crazy. Bro. I feel like the country, they're not even in the Northern Plateau yet, so I guess they wouldn't even be near that one Northern Empire, but we should have centralized training and have one really strong dude in every single village. Yeah, how did it take it this time? They're predators. They've evolved to take advantage of everything we do. Dang, hopefully you guys are still alive by then. You guys would be like 90 something, 100. You guys really wouldn't be fighting shape, but some bullshit. Why? Why? Banger, so don't you worry. Wow, fire episode. So the hero of the South is him. Just absolute him. That's crazy though. It's so cool watching the show and the story kind of play out, and you see all these people that Frieren has already met before. You know, it's just cool to see that dynamic, and the fact that Frieren is a living, walking historical, you know, you get what I'm trying to say? As in, yes, these people remember the hero of the South and his exploits, and there may be some elderly people in this village that remember him, like, physically. They maybe have seen him before. There could be a very old person that was 10 or so at the time. Now they're 90-something years old and they can remember him. But Frieren is, like, directly spoke to the guy, found out about her future, and then went on her journey, and is now journeying again and getting to relive those memories. I think that's really cool. Also, I just went back to this point and then came through. Yeah, this is Frieren fighting a seven stage of destruction. She has the outfit she has on now, so she appears to have fought this guy after Flam, but before obviously Himmel and all that. He either spared her life or she pulled out, no, she couldn't put off the upset because you see him in the silhouettes of the hero of the South, and plus he fought all of them. So yeah, she got away. Either she got away or they let her go, but that's crazy. She straight fought one of these motherfuckers and almost got cooked. So problems, absolute problems, that's for sure. I mean, Frieren is definitely way stronger now than she was back then, but dang. With all that being said, you know, hero of the South, goaty. He carved open that path for Himmel, made it easier so Himmel wouldn't have as many enemies to go through and fight, and then him and Schlatt had to take each other out, bro. Two 2 future sight demons. Although I wonder what the extent of his future sight was. It seemed very far in advance. All the things he was describing, you know, it just felt as though he could see forever in the future. And that's weird. I was speculating during the episode, but is that human magic? I don't think so. I don't know if human magic is that elite. Maybe you'd have to ask Siri, I guess. Or goddess magic, which is unexplained. Maybe he naturally understands that one spell of the goddess that just lets him see stupid far into the future or something. Who knows? But or maybe he was just born with that innate ability. Either way, that's ridiculous. However, with all that being said, what I was trying to get to was that Schlatt can see 1,000 years into the future. So if Schlatt was using his powers, he is seeing this happen, unless he can't see past his death, which would actually be really interesting as well. He probably can't see past his death. And then we fought the sword demon, which I was saying it during the episode, but I love whenever Frieren makes it into a town and she's trying to avoid the town's guard in some way, shape, or form because she knows they remember her and she knows they're gonna either A, arrest her for something she did, or B, ask her for a favor that she really doesn't want to get to doing. It worked out for us. You know, we had to go get the sword. And it's a good thing we did, because if not, this demon would have went on many more rampages before they got taken out, the sword demon. And that's crazy. You saying she's a priest so that you can offer a prayer to dead ones so that you can close your eyes so she could cook you is insane. And that fight was fire too, the way they animated it. I mean, Frieren is Frieren, bro. It's always polished. So yeah, fire episode, and I am interested to see where we go from here. But in the meantime, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my Patreon, linked in the description down below. You'll gain access to early, uncut, and exclusive reactions that you get to decide on and influence. That should be it, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.